Glass Animals. Now they're uh, uh, I don't know. They're another one of these bands, or musical bands, musical artists, whatever you want to call them, that it's hard to put them in one singular genre. You know, they're like multi-genre type of bands, you know. It's hard to classify them. I guess if I really had to, indie would probably be, you know, a good way, a good descriptor. But even then, that feels like that doesn't really cover them completely, you know? It doesn't really describe their music completely. But, yeah. Now, there was always one word I always used to describe Glass Animals, and that is vibes. Vibes. They definitely bring the vibes. And what kind of vibes, you may ask? So many different kinds of vibes, you know. It's never just one singular vibe. There's so many different kinds of vibes you can get from them. Like, you can sit around and chill and listen to them, close your eyes, not think about anything, you know, those kind of vibes. Also, there's also songs that make you want to dance and boogie and, you know, and that sort of thing. And then there's songs where it almost feels like you're hallucinating or going on one big acid trip, or in some sort of, you know, like you're dreaming, honestly, you know, while you're listening to them. And then there's so many, many more different kinds of vibes that they bring. So many different kinds of vibes. And it's honestly, it's one thing I always love about them, that they can, you know, they can set a kind of vibe, and it's always different for each song that you listen to from them. You know, it's always different. Whether you want to chill and relax and not think about anything, or you want to dance, or sing, or if you want to go on a complete fucking hallucinogenic musical acid trip, or so many different other things, you know. They definitely bring the vibes. Another thing I really like about them is how easy they are to listen to. You know, they're really easy on the ears. You know, like sometimes with certain kinds of music, after a while, you always feel like you want to give your ears a break from it, you know? Like, say, with heavy metal or whatever, you listen to a lot of heavy metal. After a while, you kind of want to give your ears a little break. Whether it be completely stop listening to it or go and listen to something else. But with Glass Animals, that never happens. I never feel like I need a break, you know, when I'm listening to them. They're just so easy and chill to listen to. And yeah, sometimes they're the band that I go to after I need a break, you know. Say I'm spending a lot of time listening to a lot of, you know, heavier metal or whatever it is, type of music, and I just need after a while, my ears just need a goddamn break from it. Sometimes I instantly go to them, because they're just so easy on the ears. You know, it's soothing. They're just so easy to listen to. And yeah, this is another vibe that they bring with their music. But yeah, they're definitely a band that brings the vibes. And that's the best way I can really describe them is vibes. You know? But yeah.